We live, baby. What's going on, everybody, man? It's Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. Back here with the Dunk on Demand show. You already see I got the merch on, you know what I'm saying? Got the shirt made just to match my logo. You know what I'm saying? Got the logo on the shirt just to match the thing that's in the corner. Right? Which way I'm pointing? Right here. You know what I'm saying? Got that to match. You know what I'm saying? Had to put it on the shirt. If you believe in something, put it on the shirt. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? I start every show by saying, what up, dude? What's going on, everybody, man? It has been heck of a 2 days. I mean, I know y'all stressed out probably over the election and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably watching your CNNs, your MSNBCs, your Fox Newses, your local WSB TV if you're here in Atlanta. But man, let's take a little break from the election, man. The vote's still going to be counted. You know what I'm saying? They're taking their time in Nevada, in Georgia, in North Carolina, in Pennsylvania. Oh, gosh, it might be a week for them. They taking their time. So I'm going to take a little break, chill with your boy for about an hour. I got about an hour in me, you know what I'm saying? I got to decompress. Let's talk about some of this NFL action, man. What's going on with the NFL this week, man? What y'all been doing, man? Did y'all vote? Did y'all vote? Did y'all check y'all vote to see that it got processed? Did y'all check that? Make sure y'all get y'all votes in because this is all kind of stuff going on. It's going to be crazy next couple of days, man. But we ain't here to talk too heavy about the politics. But sometimes it's stuff that you just can't ignore because, like, it's right there in your face. You know what I'm saying? Because Evan checking in said he ready for the show. I'm ready for the show, too. My favorite part of the week, your favorite part of the week. Let's get into it, man. Who else checking in? Jay Hud's checking in. What up, though? What up, dude? What's going on, man? This episode is sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. Not because they're paying me, but because I just ate some for dinner and I still got some in my teeth. And I'm sipping on some Sprite, just in case I get a little parched. But no sponsorship yet. I'm still looking for food and drink sponsors for the show. So if you know anybody that has anything, holler at a player when you see them in the streets. But nah, man, what's going on, everybody, man? Y'all make sure y'all give the video a thumbs up if you have not. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that happen in, man. Like, you just got to be ready because, like, stuff just comes at you left and right. You got to be able to roll with the punches. I really had some technical difficulties, which is why I started a little bit later than I wanted to today. You know what I'm saying? I started a little bit later than I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? I did not charge my camera battery. You know, ever since the Panthers had that Thursday game, I made my videos a little early. You know what I'm saying? I made my videos almost last week, and I posted them later. So I didn't keep my battery charged in my real camera. So I got this this webcam that's not too bad a quality. I can't complain. It's not too bad a quality. Y'all probably may not even know the difference had I not said anything. However, it's not what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? Not what I'm used to. D-Cash said he got hella questions about these Panthers, my guy. What's going on? D-Cash, listen. I appreciate you sliding through with these questions. I'll be happy to answer all your questions. But you're not new around here. You know how we greet each other, man. It's what up, dude. You got to check in first, man. You got to let me know you're here. I got all the answers to your questions that you want, but you got to check in first, man. What up, dude? You know what I'm saying? What's drop your questions. Go ahead, drop your questions in the comments. I'll get to them. But if y'all did not see the description, we have a couple things on the thing. I'm not gonna be before you long, like the old Southern Baptist preacher say. I'm not gonna be before you long today, right before they end up being before you long. But I'm gonna keep my word. I'm not gonna be before y'all long. We gotta talk about the Rona. Gotta talk about the Rona. We had some changes happen with the Rona this week in the NFL. We're gonna talk about the trade deadline. And nothing really huge happened, but we got to talk about that. And of course, we're gonna talk about Antonio Brown being roommates with Tom Brady, which is freaking weird to me, man. But we're gonna get into all that. There you go, D-Cash. What up, dude? What's going on? Go ahead, drop your Panthers questions, bro. I'll answer them in between the segments as I go, man. So if you got a lot of stuff, go ahead, drop them, man. I'll chime in. I will chime in. But make sure y'all go, if you have not, go check out that video that I posted about Teddy Bridgewater being unclutched. You know what I'm saying? There's been a couple games that we've had chances at the end of the game. All the games have been close. I'm not going to spoil the video and make all my points. But a lot of the games have been close. We've had some chances at the end of the game. Teddy Bridgewater is kind of falling flat. I know the O-line is kind of but I've talked about, was Teddy Bridgewater a choker when it's been under pressure? Being under pressure. Is he a choker? So make sure y'all go check out that video, man, because it's a pretty good one. Pretty good one, man. It's a topic that I noticed. I've noticed. Nobody's really talking about this but your boy. But this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be nice. I mean, Teddy's a nice guy. Everybody's really talking about Teddy ain't it. But let's talk about some real stuff. Is he unclutched? What about Teddy ain't it? You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that type of stuff. So y'all check out that video. I talked about Teddy being unclutched. I posted some stats, some numbers about him in the fourth quarter and comebacks and stuff. So y'all check that out. You know what I'm saying? A little self-promo. Evan said AB. Yeah, AB going to be back this week, man. We're going to see what's going to happen. I'm anxious to see. That's going to be a good matchup against the Saints. Maybe Michael Thomas will be back. We'll see. I haven't heard anything. My boy Kyrie said, yeah. You know what time it is, bro. You got to drop the what up, though, Kyrie. Come on. Me what up, though, with the emojis. You know what I'm saying? My aunt came on last week. She gave me the hook of horns emoji. You got to put the thumb out. Make sure your thumb is out when you put the emoji up. It's proper technique and protocol for everything. You know what I'm saying? Annie Clark in this thing, she know what to do. What up, though? She ain't dropped no emoji, though. But Annie Clark, I got a big game this week versus the Bucs. Big game this week versus the Buccaneers. Second matchup. Y'all won the first time. The Saints won the first time versus the Bucs. But they have a matchup this time. I'm anxious to see how this game is going to be. The Bucs did not look good on Monday. The Bucs did not look good on Monday. I'll say that. They did not look good. The Bucs did not look good. You know what I'm saying? The Giants had a chance. The Giants had a chance. However, this is the NFL. The Giants are still the Giants at the end of the day, but their defense played very, very, very well. The Bucs look kind of, I know Godwin wasn't playing and AB wasn't playing yet, stuff like that, but the Giants defense was getting stops. Let's be clear. The Giants defense was getting some stops at times. You know what I'm saying? I know that defense is a little bit underrated, but you expect Tom Brady and all those weapons they have, you don't expect them to struggle against a team like the Giants. Too bad Daniel Jones is just Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. My boy Kyrie checking in. There it is. Gave me the what up, though. You know what I'm saying? Lindsey Smith in here. Finally left a comment. Long-time viewer, first-time commenter. What up, though? Andy Clark said, we do, but I'm not worried because they didn't look good. Tom Brady didn't either. It was looking better every game. Y'all look all right. Say look all right. I mean, the Bears' offense is. But speaking of the Bears, let's go ahead and talk about one of these topics that I got on here. Did y'all hear about Mitchell Trubisky? They played the Saints this past week. Y'all hear about Mitchell Trubisky? Mitchell Trubisky is supposed to miss several weeks with a shoulder injury. And you may be thinking, how the heck does a backup quarterback end up hurting his shoulder and being out several weeks? How does that happen? Well, apparently, he got benched by Nick Foles. We know this. This is common knowledge. He got benched by Nick Foles a couple weeks ago against the Falcons. The Falcons proceeded to blow a lead to Nick Foles. That's not news. Everybody knows the Falcons blow leads. Everybody knows Richard Trubisky got benched. These are common things that we know. However, I guess they didn't want to break his spirits down because this is his last year, his contract. They wanted to give him a mix-up because he's a mobile quarterback. Their offense has really been poo with Nick Foles in there still. I think they're like the second to last worst offense in the game. So they wanted to give Mitchell Trubisky a chance to run some wildcat, quarterback sneak, quarterback read. You know what I'm saying? They were playing the Saints. Why not use Mitchell Trubisky like they use Taysom Hill? So they put him in there for his own read. Mitchell Trubisky is tackled and hurts his shoulder. He only played one game. This is his first snap he's had in weeks, probably since he's been benched. He goes in and gets injured. Now, there is some guys having some tough year. Odell Beckham is having a tough year with the injuries and stuff like that. Just bad luck. But first you get your spot taken. You haven't played in weeks. But the first time they try to give you a chance to finally get in there and use your legs to at least contribute to the game, you hurt yourself. You know, not hurt yourself. You get hurt. Hurt your shoulder. I mean, you need your shoulder to play quarterback. I mean, you're not very good when you're healthy, but still, one play, he gets hurt. Whew. I want to talk about some luck. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't want to talk about some bad luck. That's some bad luck. I don't know how else to put it. I can't sugarcoat. That's just some bad luck. Like, what did he do to deserve this? You know what I'm saying? The Bears traded all them picks to get him. Like, what did he do to deserve this? Like, insult to injury. You know what I'm saying? He already going to get measured up to Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson because the Bears passed on those guys. But now you're benched. You get hurt in one play of action when they try to use you like Taysom Hill. Everybody can't beat Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill is built very stoutly for a quarterback. Everybody can't beat Taysom Hill. They try to do Mitchell Trubisky like that. You see what happened. You know what I'm saying? You hate to see it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You guys make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you have not. We got some people finally checking in. Let's get to it. We rolling. And Clark said we winning without our star players, though. Give us some credit. I give y'all some credit. Michael Thomas is out. Y'all still got Kamara, the star player that count. The Cash said his career is done with the Bears. They ain't looking back. You're right. They tried to throw him in to make him go Taysom Hill, but it ain't really work out. I'm gonna get to your Panthers question in between the segment, bro. I'm not ignoring you. I saw it. I'm gonna go back and get it. Gotta show love to my Panthers fam. But yeah, Andy Clark. Yeah, Drew Brees. They said Drew Brees missed practice this week. You heard about that? I mean, he was limited in practice today. The first injury report came out, and Drew Brees was limited in practice today due to a hurt right shoulder, the throwing shoulder, the shoulder that he throws all those checkdowns in a single game. He hurt his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? It's sore. They asked him about it. He said it wasn't anything crazy, just precautious. He said, I'm 40-something years old. This is normal. I agree 100%. I've been telling y'all for years that Drew Brees was being carried by Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is the best thing that happened to Drew Brees' career on that back end. How many years of contract is Drew Brees on? 2 years? About $25 million apiece? Alvin Kamara made Drew Brees $50 million more richer because we know Drew Brees doesn't have the arm strength. And now we see a little fatigue midway through the season. They're starting to limit his throwing. Don't just say it's normal. That's not always normal. Tom Brady don't limit his throws. Take it from a guy who was a fan of the Panthers that saw Cam Newton with throws limited. He had shoulder issues. That's why they limited his throws. Yeah, you getting old, but we know you losing your fastball. We know you may not make it to the end of the season. We know y'all hoping y'all make a run and they're trying to keep you fresh. It could be trouble in paradise. Throwing all them checkdowns gets still tiring for him. He ain't even been stretching the field like that. And Drew Brees' shoulder sore. So what does this mean for the long run? You know what I'm saying? What does this mean for the long run? Can he make it all these times? You know what I'm saying? Because they're talking about possibly expanding the playoffs. So there may be more playoff games. If the Saints get into the playoffs, which I think at this point, they're not even in the playoff race right now, even with the 7 teams. Can Drew Brees last that long enough to get him to a Super Bowl? I don't know. Father Time is undefeated. Trust me, and my right knee. I'm not even 41 years old like him. My knees hurt still. Father Time is like, hey, according to my watch, time for you to slow down, bub. But Drew's getting up there. He's getting up there. Like I said, Alvin Kamara owes Drew Brees about $50 million for adding years onto the back end of his career. The check downs are real. The check downs are real. I've been saying if you've been subscribed to me long enough, you know I've been talking about this day or this time that Drew Brees it's been masked up because of the amount of check downs he's been able to throw to Alvin Kamara that boosts his numbers and makes his completion percentage look high. Look, it's the yardage look good. It's all about semantics. Y'all don't watch Saints games. Some of y'all do. Some of y'all watch Saints games. But most of y'all just go by these completion percentages. And see the yards numbers. And see the stuff. Oh, he only had 2 No, okay. You can see a noticeable difference in the drop-off. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys hit the like button if you have not. Kyrie Brown said that Trubisky don't fit Matt Nagy's system. Yeah. What system does he fit? The North Carolina Tar Heels? Because he had that one good year. He was a backup to an undrafted quarterback. You hate to see it. He said Drew is always limited in practice on Wednesday. He said he good. He may be good, but I don't see Tom Brady taking time off. Once again, this episode is brought to you by Wingstop. I do still have chicken in my teeth from the boneless chicken wings that I had before getting on here. Don't ask me why I had boneless. I'm ashamed of myself. He said dink and dunk. You already know how it go. That dink and dunk. Oh, Lord. Look at my cousin Sina in here. Sina in here? The newest mom in the family? Told me to get off Drew. Listen. Drew Brees gonna get, I don't discriminate against anybody. Drew Brees is gonna get this judgment and this work just like anybody else. Cousin Sina checking in. I done had the whole Sims family that came across the live stream at least once. Except Tevin ain't came this season. Tevin had an appearance last season, but Tevin, Evan, Sina, my Jam, I'm just waiting on my Uncle James to come through. He probably don't know nothing about no YouTube, but I appreciate the fam coming through showing love. And Clark said Alvin Kamara can't be stopped. Did you hear Arian say that Kamara is harder to stop than Falk? Don't worry, the Saints gonna be great. I mean, I can't disagree with that. Now, Marshall Falk was slippery. But as far as like catching the ball out of the backfield, with yards after catch, yes. The route running and stuff, man, you got to give the edge to Marshall Falk. But elusivity, I got to give it to Kamara. I mean, Marshall Falk was a different type of elusive. Marshall Falk was like poetry in motion. He reversed field. He broke some tackles every so often. He would juke, he would cut, he would do all this and that. He was so agile. Alvin Kamara is pretty much no nonsense. He don't have a ton of moves. He can scatter around, but his balance, his leg strength, his lower body strength, his ability to break off tackles. Like, that's what makes Alvin Kamara so great. Him just catching the ball, it just makes him so much more effective because it automatically puts him in space. He's already a difficult guy to tackle. But I do like the comparison to Falk. They're just two different types of elusive. One uses elusive about not getting touched, which is Marshall Falk. It's hard to touch him, hard to get hands on him. Alvin Kamara, you can get hands on him. You're just not going to get this man down to the ground. His balance is impeccable. Impeccable. I can't even use Webster's dictionary definition of impeccable. But it just sounds like the perfect word to describe how elusive Alvin Kamara is. You know what I'm saying? Andy Clark said, thank you. He said, this Evan though. What you mean? What's going on here? You had me thinking my cousin was on this thing, and now it's my other cousin. Just using wifey's account. It's an imposter. An imposter. But let me go back to my boy D Cash question. He said he got hella questions. So let's get up on him. He said, what does Rule see into here? Like, you can't tell You can't tell he keeping this man around because he played at Temple. Bro. Listen. This is why. Let me tell you a secret. The NFL, they want to call it's the ultimate. NFL is the ultimate meritocracy. It's the ultimate meritocracy. Let me tell you, that's some bull. Yes, you want the best person to win, but at the same time, in certain scenarios, it's not a meritocracy. Nepotism is real. Do you know what nepotism is? You know what nepotism is? I just found out what the like literal definition was. I knew what it was just by like seeing it and whatever. Like you know what it is. Nepotism is just like when there's guys put in place because of they know somebody or who they know or their family, so they put them on or whatever, putting people on. Matt Rule is all about nepotism. Let's be clear. Phil Snow, he's been struggling as a defensive coordinator. He said it's the best football coach he knows, but he's been following around Matt Rule for years. Brought him to the NFL with him. You brought a Big 12 defensive coordinator to the NFL, and you want to tell me that's not nepotism? You're running a 3-3-5, more of a college system, not getting pressure on the quarterback that much. Defense has only forced one punt in the past 2 games. He's struggling. I'm not going to stick a fork in Phil Snow right now, but it's nepotism. What could you have seen from a Big 12 defensive coordinator that lets you know that he will be a good quality defensive coordinator in the NFL? It's nepotism. Did y'all watch Hard Knocks? Did you watch Hard Knocks? Hard Knocks, there was a guy, some people I know call him the fudge man because he never cussed. Instead of saying the F word, he would say fudge. If he was instead of saying the D word, he would say dadgummit. He never really said the B word or anything else, but whatever. He played at Baylor. His dad is a strength and conditioning coach for the Carolina Panthers. He got cut from the Rams. He wasn't a very good guy. Missed a lot of tackles. He was funny. He was a good personality, but he wasn't good. He wasn't quite big enough, wasn't quite strong enough. Missed a lot of tackles. They said it on Hard Knocks that if we cut him, he's probably going to get picked up by the Panthers because of his dad. What happened? They cut him. He got picked up by the Panthers because of his dad. Nepotism. He went to Baylor. His dad coached at Baylor underneath Matt Rule. Went to the NFL. Not a very good guy. Borderline marginal talent. Practice squad. Barely marginal practice squad player. Gets cut from the Rams. Picked up. Nepotism. Now, let's get to Tahir Whitehead. Tahir Whitehead played at Temple. You know, Matt Rule's big on Temple players. Robbie Anderson played at Temple. Robbie Anderson is a good pickup. That was a great pickup. But like at a certain extent, when is a nepotism, when it becomes this obvious that like it's a bad move, when are you gonna put a stop to it? Because Tahir Whitehead is garbage. I literally saw him make his first play of the season last week. It was a tackle for a loss. I literally saw him make the first quality play of the season last week in the 8th game of the season. He's been blatantly bad. And he had a tough act to follow, being the follow-up middle linebacker to Luke Kuechly. The same reason he's getting a lot of criticism. The same reason Teddy Bridgewater is getting a lot of criticism for being a replacement for Cam Newton. Now, you can make an argument that Teddy has actually been doing fairly decent. But Tahir Whitehead, there's no argument. Why is he still in there? Why don't we give the young guys a chance? Why didn't we make a trade? I understand that you don't expect much out of the defense this year, but Tahir Whitehead is garbage. Why not give the young talent a chance to show what they can do? Nepotism. He played at Temple. He has experience with Matt Rule. Nepotism. And the reason for this nepotism too now is because when you're a college coach coming to the NFL, you have a lot to prove. You used to yelling and cussing out 18 to 22-year-olds in college and having that fear factor. You know, everybody has that a certain slight amount of fear from their coaches in college because they may make you run. They may suspend you. They may make you do extra gases or bear crawls or whatever. They can take away your eligibility in your college stuff. So you can rule by fear. That's why you see why Nick Saban seems so intimidating. But when guys like that come to the pros, Nick Saban, that same coaching style didn't work in the pro. He had to run up out the league after a year. He'll never return to the NFL. Matt Rule, he knows that he was smart. He brought in guys that he coached with that probably wouldn't question his authority when he does crazy stuff. When the defense is so garbage that they can only get 1 point in 2 games. Or they make bogus red zone play calling decisions. Or when they challenge stuff that's stupid. Or misuse timeouts. Stuff like that. You don't have to worry about your former own players buying into your system when they bought in before. That's why you bring in players that you had previously. You put them in there when they probably shouldn't have. Nepotism. Oof. Rant over on that. Got me geeked up on that one, you know what I'm saying? Let me catch up. Where am I? Eddie Clark said, still wait on the Kamara video. She's trying to hold me accountable like I'm a presidential candidate. Holding me accountable like I'm a presidential candidate. He said Kamara is better than CMC, and I'm a Panthers fan. No. CMC does not have Kamara doesn't have the durability to take the load that Christian McCaffrey has. Christian McCaffrey missed his first significant playing time for the first time now. But Kamara has been splitting carries his whole career, whether it's Mark Ingram, Latavius Murray, or whatever. The amount of touches that CMC can handle, the route running out of the backfield, the ability to be able to line up at wide receiver if he wanted to. That's the difference to me. So is it just me with the Falcons lead the NFC East that they had their schedule? Probably. The Falcons aren't that bad. They just play a tough schedule and play in the NFC South. Like, if you play the NFC East where you play some of these garbage teams twice, you'll kill it. I mean, they blew that game to the Cowboys, but, like, that's literally like 9.9 out of 10 times the Falcons win that game. Probably 8. I mean, say 8, because they've blown leads before. So I'll say 8 times out of 10, in that scenario, the Falcons beat the Cowboys. And I was with that. You guys make sure you get a video a thumbs up if you have not, man. We keeping this thing rolling. Shoot. Y'all lit tonight. My boy KB said, off topic, what kind of frames are those? These are the Malcolm X 3000s. I don't know if you can see these. Malcolm X 3000s. These are prescription. I do wear glasses most of the time. I know y'all don't like me wearing glasses because of the glare. But these are prescription. I didn't feel like putting in my contacts tonight. I only wear contacts on the weekends. Because contacts make my eyes dry out. And then I struggle to put them in and out. And I've only had them for like a couple years. It's a long story. But I got these from a website called Firmoo, FIRMOO.com. If you want the source, if you want some, they got non-prescription and prescription and shades. Cheap glasses. I think I paid like $35 for these on discount. If you want the discount, holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. And Thursday, who I think is going to win this weekend? Panthers or Chiefs? I got the Chiefs, man. Panthers, Jeremy Chin, their best defensive player probably right now. Maybe between him and Brian Burns. Probably Brian Burns. But their best guy night on the D-line, which is not saying a ton per se. But Jeremy Chin, he's injured. Nobody said he's going to be out, but he's injured. But nevertheless, not that he was going to be a difference maker. We saw if the Panthers defense can only force one punt in 2 games versus the Saints without Michael Thomas and the Falcons, both 2 fairly sophisticated, successful offenses in the NFL. Give credit where credit is due. If they can only get 1 punt between 8 quarters of that kind of football, the Chiefs, who offense has been struggling this year, but they had a kind of a get-right game versus the Jets, they're going to get right against the Panthers. I still think they may struggle just because it may be cold or something going on or something like that. But it's going to be a long day for the Panthers defense. This is going to be a nasty game to see. If you're a Panthers fan and you want to see, I don't like the look of it. Granted, we will get Rasul Douglas back. Is Dante Jackson going to play? I don't know. But who the heck is going to be able to run stride for stride with Tyreek Hill? without Jeremy Chin, who is going to guard Travis Kelce? Who's going to stop Le'Veon Bell? We struggle against the run. Who's going to stop Clyde Edwards-Helaire? A two-headed monster at running back. Who we got? It's going to be tough. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not going to lie. Not looking forward to it. That's tough, said Chiefs, duh. Alan Gregg said, time to take the Cam jersey down, replace it with Agent 89. You notice that, hey, y'all seen that, right? Y'all seen that, right? Y'all need to follow my Instagram. Matter of fact, I post this type of stuff when I get it. I done up my Panthers. I found the jersey on Instagram. It was at a thrift store. Somebody dared, well, they sold it. This wasn't a regular thrift store. This was one of the stores that they pay you cash for your clothes. Somebody dared to donate a Steve Smith jersey. Steve Smith. My favorite player. The reason why I played wide receiver when I first started playing in high school was because of Steve Smith. I was short, but I saw how short Steve Smith was. I saw he was a dog. He talked trash. He made me want to play wide receiver, and I found this thing for $15. It is in great condition. Look at this. This is one of them Reebok replicas, old school. Reebok replicas, NFL equipment. You know what I'm saying? The old school ones before they went to Nike and started charging $1,001, like I told y'all about. But this was $15, and I can't even go to a game to wear it. I wore it in my video. I watched it once. It smelled good. I put the little smell good little what's it called, beads. But look, they like this is the painted on one. I mean, this minimal. Like this is great condition. Like I said, Reebok minimal. Like this is great. I may put this one in another frame, but I still got to put my own personal jersey up too. I got some redecorating to do. I'm gonna get this thing right, but I can't wear the Cam Newton jersey anymore, so I got to keep it in a thing. You know what I'm saying? Lucas came in this thing. What up, dude? Signer/Evan said, not sure if it's on the agenda, but the 49ers need to forfeit the season. Look, they done been decimated. Decimated by injuries. Then the invisible enemy came and got them. Finally. Like they literally had everybody and their mama get injured before they had like their first COVID scare. Like how unlucky does your season and the Super Bowl curse have to be? For you've had everybody, almost everybody, all your best players get hurt. But then you finally get your first COVID case or exposure. Shut down a facility. Have to play on Thursday. We're still playing. The Packers. Big game. Kudos to them for keeping it moving, but sheesh. DeCash says 7 Temple players, 4 Baylor players. Alan Gray said the NFL is a fraternity. Everybody knows that. He said, who said Kamara is better than CFC? Because you tripping. That's tough. Said we need to lose the rest of our games to get Justin Fields. I wouldn't be mad. As long as we compete, I wouldn't mind losing the rest of our games. But apparently there's been the ESPN FPI has us having the number 10 pick. So I told somebody in the comments, actually, I think that if we end up with the number 10 pick, we'll probably take best player available, whether it be offense or defense. Try to boost up the offensive line this draft. Give Teddy Bridgewater one more year. And I don't know what the hell we're going to do for the long-term answer at quarterback. But we're in that weird place, man, where we're not bad enough to get a top quarterback, but not good enough to make the playoffs. What is the long-term answer? So CNC is better than Kamara, and I'm a Saints fan. Although if you were making a crazy offense, I put Kamara in there over Simpson due to how little snaps he needs to succeed. Kamara is very efficient. I will give you that. He said, when you said bogus play calls, I felt that. We all do. We all feel that. This Camara CMC thing getting heated. I need to make that. I made that DJ Moore versus Calvin Ridley video. Do I need to make a Camara versus CMC video? Andy Clark gonna get on to me if I don't make an Alvin Kamara by himself video, but it is what it is. So imagine if we got to play the whole NFC East twice. Exactly. Who's my Super Bowl prediction? My Super Bowl prediction is I got the Chiefs going back to the Super Bowl. I got them facing the Bucs. Some people say Steelers Bucs, which would be interesting just because of AB versus his old team and Arians versus his old team and whatever. But I think it's going to be the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to get hot at the right time and make a run, and they're going to win. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. Defense has been playing fairly solid. Frank Clark, Chris Jones, Honey Badger. Secondary is garbage on the outside as far as corner-wise, but that didn't stop them from winning last year. But they're going to need some DBs if they go against the Bucs in the Super Bowl. I'll say that. He said against the Chiefs, 1 punt equal 40 yards. So I can't wait for the Bucs and Saints. It's going to be a good game, man. All eyes on him. So you hate to see it. She said, I want the Cam jersey. I ain't giving up. That's them in the comments talking that nonsense. Said, name a star wide receiver that you say DJ Moore is better than. It depends how you define star. Let's do my top 10. Is DJ Moore better than Michael Thomas? I mean, there's no particular order. Is DJ Moore better than Michael Thomas? Probably not. Is DJ Moore better than DeAndre Hopkins? No. Is DJ Moore better than Julio Jones? No. Is DJ Moore better than Devontae Adams? No. Is DJ Moore better than Mike Evans? No. Is DJ Moore better than... Let's get somebody that's a little bit closer. Is DJ Moore better than Stephon Diggs? That's a toss-up. I'd probably say no just because of off production. Is DJ Moore better than Adam Thielen? No. I don't think so. Is DJ Moore better than OBJ? Talent-wise? No. But production and durability? You got to give it to DJ. But DJ has not made it to a Pro Bowl yet. He has had his first 1,000-yard year. But Carolina's not good enough for him to get the flash that he wants. He's not a flashy type of guy. He makes plays, but he doesn't have the flash and pizzazz. And Charlotte is not a big town that gets a lot of media praise, especially with Cam Newton gone. It's going to be hard to have a breakout star that's quiet-natured like DJ. But, I mean, who did I forget? I said DeAndre Hopkins. Is he better than DK Metcalf? Probably not. I mean, he got to work on being better than Robbie Anderson first. At this point, Robbie Anderson the best receiver on the team. Let's be real. D. Cash said he got another question. Aggressive. Who's gonna stop our skill players? We gotta protect, man. Chris Jones. If we couldn't stop Grady Jarrett, Chris Jones will have a field day. Chris Jones is bigger. He's quicker. He's more athletic than Grady Jarrett. Chris Jones is one of the best. He's one of the best pass rushing D tackles in the league. Like, I don't even know what it is about Chris Jones, but like, he is a beast. If you've never seen Chris Jones play, you will see how good he is this Sunday. Believe that. He said, hang that Steve Smith jersey up. I probably will. He said, thrift stores had the best jerseys. I caught the Warren Sapp and Lynch. Yeah, man. Like, before I realized that, like, I had to stop being, not even bougie. I wouldn't even call myself bougie. But before I started realizing, like, how some of these gems that are in these thrift stores are, I found a Zeke Elliott stitched college football playoff jersey in Goodwill. It was $30. I wasn't looking for a jersey at the time, and I had never bought a jersey from the thrift store, so I passed. I looked it up on eBay, saw that it was selling for like $75 bucks, $100, something close around there. I tried to go back the next day, it was gone. Like literally, once you see these things, you have to jump on it. I saw somebody posted from that thrift store, that Steve Smith jersey. I had to jump on it. Could not wait. So I think the Seahawks just have a big chance. It's not bigger than the Bucs, but that front seven is the best since 2018 Rams. Yeah, I mean, dude, the Seahawks can't freaking stop a running nose. Their defense showed up just a little bit on Sunday, so everybody's like, "Oh, they did what?" It's a divisional game. You know your opponent. I don't see them stopping a Bucs offense that's clicking. Yeah, as I said, it's Alan Gray said still is Seahawks. He said COVID is running rapid in the 49ers team also. Yeah, I haven't really paid attention to that. Lucas said Tyreek Hill. No, DJ Moore's not better than Tyreek Hill. I didn't know it was a breakout. I know they just shut the facility down and they had that one guy. I ain't really paying attention to much more than that. He said Curtis Samuel's better than DJ Moore. All right. I just got caught up. All right, let me get on with this agenda. Shoot. Y'all be chatting it up, huh? In the chat. Chatting it up in the chat. I got to get back to the agenda. Get back to this agenda. Because I had some stuff I wanted to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I got a few things. You know what I'm saying? A few things. So, next. Y'all hear about, speaking of the Rona, did y'all hear about Matthew Stafford? Y'all hear about Matthew Stafford? He got put on the COVID-19 list, and now he got to fly on a private plane to go to play if he wants to play in the game on Sunday. Because the policy is you got to have 5 days quarantine until your test results, whatever, if you've been exposed. Not saying that he's positive, but he's been exposed. Like this man he was one of the first like big name quarterbacks to have a COVID scare. And he didn't even have COVID. It was a false positive. He ended up testing negative twice after that. But he had that false positive back in August. And he was the main reason why the NFL changed a lot of their COVID policies in the first place. But Matthew Stafford done been through it without even having the Rona. The worries and the anxiety that you get for probably having a false positive after they had scrubbed your nose and your brain. Back then in August, we knew a lot less about the virus. Not a lot less, but I think the fear and respect for it was a little bit higher than it is now. Not much, but a little bit higher because there was still some unknowns and some skepticisms. Now, ever since freaking Labor Day weekend, it's just been a free-for-all. People really don't care anymore about it. But, yeah, I mean, he had a scare being exposed back then. And now another one. I mean, so hopefully he'll be able to play. Hopefully he'll be able to play Sunday. But, dang, 2 close calls, you ain't never had it. Gotta be crazy. Y'all be safe out here. Protect your neck. Brady said Brady could get worn down by the playoffs unless he gets the first round bye. I mean, what do you mean worn down? You know, Tom Brady has a TB12 system. Tom Brady, him and his little partner, trainer friend, I forgot his trainer's name, but he goes everywhere he goes. You want to talk about nepotism? That man, Tom Brady's trainer, had his own office at the Patriots facility. I think he works down with some of the players down in Tampa. The TB12 method, I need to read the book. But apparently Tom Brady doesn't really drink any alcohol besides champagne. He's all kind of veggies. He drinks electrolytes and all kinds of water. And his diet is ridiculous. Check it out. His diet is ridiculous. But the TB12 method he credits that for being the reason why he plays so long. He doesn't really lift weights like that. He does bands and stretches and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff for people in their 40s that want to stay active, that want to build or whatever. That's his whole patent thing, being able to stay in shape and athletic in late and early ages. So he markets that out to older people that want to stay active. agile, whatever. Be like Tom Brady, TB12 method. He's built for these runs. Now, if he starts throwing pick sixes like he's had trouble with a lot lately, that's different. But I think a lot of that had to do with him not having weapons in New England. You see that showing in his head again with Cam Newton up there. The lack of weapons and talent is crazy. But I don't see Tom Brady wearing down. He's in great shape. He's going to be in great shape. I mean, think about it. The offensive line is pretty decent. He only gets hit maybe, 5-6 times a game, maybe. Put that over the course of 16 games. What is that? 80 times in a year? Tom Brady has to probably get hit. It's not much. I mean, he's in great shape. He gets down when he's supposed to. Doesn't take a lot of huge hits. You can play that long when you're on the TB12 method and you're smart like that and you're only getting hit 5-6 times a game. You know what I'm saying? And Clark said, Tom Brady is living with Antonio Brown is living with Tom Brady right now. Yep. And that's one thing we're gonna talk about. That's a good segue. Listen, you're trying to be my co-host, bringing up my topics that I was supposed to be talking about. It was on the agenda, but we can go ahead and get into it anyway. They roommates. Tom Brady and Antonio Brown are roommates. Now, people may be thinking this is crazy, but Tom Brady is in Tampa now. Antonio Brown, I think he was living in South Florida. I think he's from the Miami-Dade area. So, believe it or not, Florida is a pretty large state. Excuse me. Florida is a pretty large state. So, Antonio Brown, until he finds a place to stay, he's staying with Tom Brady. They're roommates. And y'all are probably like, how in the heck is Antonio Brown getting along with Tom Brady and is Tom Brady's family there with Giselle and the kids, stuff like that? I'm sure they're probably still up in New England or Connecticut, wherever they live. But you're probably thinking, how in the heck do they get along? I'm going to show y'all something right quick. Y'all know that Tom Brady did not buy a house down in Tampa? He's renting a house from Derek Jeter. Renting a house from Derek Jeter. You want to see what it is? Check it out. Tom Brady's renting a house from Derek Jeter. This is crazy. This is crazy. Tom Brady doesn't have to see Antonio Brown if he don't want to. Tom Brady, as long as Antonio Brown don't pass that middle line, that gun line boss, they could probably never see each other. This house is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, Tom Brady could literally live there and not know Antonio Brown lived there. Like, they could literally never see each other. They have to. What Lil Wayne said, I got 10 bathrooms. I could ish all day. Yeah, that's how Tom Brady's living. He's renting a house. My question is, well, who gave Tom Brady the authority to invite extra house guests? Like, Tom Brady, you are the house guest. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why you can't trust your stuff with other people. People don't have respect for your stuff. Now, I don't know if Tom Brady cleared it with Derek Jeter or not, but if I'm letting you stay in my house, you renting it from me, why are you going to let somebody else stay there and rent it out to? Huh? You can't, people, that's why you can't trust people with your stuff. People are inconsiderate. They don't take care of your stuff. You don't think Derek Jeter has been paying attention to the news? When he saw that Antonio Brown was trashing some apartment, throwing furniture and stuff out of a window into the pool, Derek Jeter may not want that going on in his crib. He may not want that going on in his crib. Y'all saw, look at that pool. That's a nice pool. Nobody wants to see pool furniture or house furniture in that pool. That is a nice pool. Derek Jeter, did you okay that with Derek Jeter? Can't trust people with nothing, man. Can't trust people with nothing. They won't take care of it when somebody else. They won't give it the same care that you might. That's rich people problems, though. Let me fall back. He said Tom Brady ain't crazy. He want to keep an eye on him. AB said he seems like a whole new person from some interviews I saw. I mean, we'll see. He's been quiet. He stayed on Instagram for a month. You know the standards are low when we compliment you for being quiet because you stayed off Instagram for a month. His last post was like October 9th. Like the bar is very low if we commending you for staying off of Instagram for a month. I mean, I'm on Instagram all the time. So if I stayed off for a month, it'd be an accomplishment. But I'm also not posting crazy stuff. Recording my baby mama live while I'm throwing a bag of candy male private parts at her. So our standards are a little bit different. Me staying off of Instagram for a month versus him, it's a little bit different. But the bar is very low. So we have to see if we can keep it up. Yeah. And then Clark said the gun line ball. Yeah, she caught that one. Somebody caught that one. I'm funny. I just don't be knowing. I be giving y'all gold. I be dropping all kind of jokes. I give y'all gold. Somebody's going to catch her. Andy Clark caught that one. I'm all out of Sprite. Andy Clark caught that one, though. Somebody caught the joke. So, I mean, I'm taking AB in conference championship against the Jags and the Chiefs, where he's seen not at his peak due to playing this many weeks. I mean, we'll see. I mean, the playoffs definitely a long, hard grind, but I mean, maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe we have a pause in the season that costs. I mean, we still have a long way to go when it comes to this season. And COVID, once it gets colder, it may make a comeback. So maybe there's a break in the season that gives teams time to recover and get fresh. We'll see. See, Wilson's more likely to get worn down than Brady. Then look at the O-line and the defense. Wilson's going to be on the field more. Very, very, very good point. And Clark said, yes, life. Exactly. Carson Pemberton said he out there. Take it easy, man. Keep your head up. Protect your neck. Stay sucker free. But yeah, it's crazy. So let's talk about the trade deadline real quick. Trade deadline once again let us down. There was a little bit more action than usual. It did let us down, though. It let us down. Like, I know we were expecting Will Fuller to go to the Packers. That didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was talking about we talked about last week. Stephon Gilmore put his house, his $1 million mansion. Well, his $999,999 mansion. Not quite $1 million. You know what I'm saying? He is a good real estate agent. Hacking the system. People be looking for so less than, when their budget, when they set it on Realtor, they put less than an even amount. So when you put less than, if your budget is less than $1 million on Realtor, you might see Stephon Gilmore's crib come up. Smart move. But anyway, we saw it come up on Zillow for real estate. We were for sure he was going to be traded. The rumors were there. They said he had been shopping in around. We saw that. Carlos Dunlap traded to the Seahawks. He forced his way out. Putting the real estate listing on there. We saw it. I mean, but we did actually see some trades. I mean, it was some trades, but let's talk about one. First of all, Desmond King, DB from the Chargers, punt returner, pretty solid player. Traded to the Titans for a 6th-round pick next year's draft. Now the Titans don't really have a great pass defense, so they needed some help. And Desmond King is very solid. He'll help them. Especially for a 6th-round pick. Sound like a win to me. The Saints traded with the 49ers to pick up Quan Alexander. Quan Alexander, former NFC South star. Couple knee injuries. Forced him out of the Bucs. Signed a big boy deal with the 49ers. 49ers moved on. Traded him to the Saints for Kiko Alonso and a 5th-round pick. Kiko Alonso had not played a ton for the Saints, but Quan Alexander seems to be an upgrade. I think they're starting with Anzalone, Goldilocks at tight end. At linebacker. So Quan Alexander will fit in there too. The other linebacker they have is slipping my mind right now. Demario Davis. Solid guy. Pretty solid linebacking core. Anzalone makes plays. He's Goldilocks. Quan Alexander is Ready Locks. So got red hair. Mario Davis I think he got bleached tips. Very interesting looking hairstyles on these guys' linebacking core, but pretty good pick. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a win-win for both teams because Quan Alexander's making a lot of money. And they get that off the books. Kiko Alonso, he's been up and down. He's okay, but he only had a year and a half of decent years in the league. Now he gone. Avery Williamson, linebacker for the Steelers now, replaces Devin Bush. He came from the Jets. Posted that funny picture with him in the umbrella looking for a ride, hitchhiking. That was funny. But for the fact that the Jets only had to send, the Jets sent a 7th-round pick and only had to give up a 5th-round pick for him. What are some of these other teams doing? Clearly the Panthers need help at linebacker. What are they doing? I know you don't want to mortgage the future, but dang. Shout out to the Steelers for doing that to shore up their linebacking core because they're trying to win a Super Bowl. They're still undefeated. There was some other small name guys, but it wasn't really a ton. Kyrie asked me, do I think the asking price for Gilmore is too much? Probably. But Bill Belichick is not going to make a trade that he's not going to win. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to make a trade he's not going to win. Even with the salary cap being trash for them and probably going down lower because of COVID revenue, Bill Belichick is not going to make a move that he's not going to win. But I think so. I'm pretty sure they wanted a first or something like that. I don't know. You said if Zach Ertz or Alshon weren't hurt, they probably would have been gone by the deadline. I agree. Because I think they like Dallas Goedert. Alshon been hurt just like everybody else in the Eagles, so he's expendable. And the car said what I think about a trade. I think it was a solid trade. Solid trade. They have a very good linebacking core now, but they're secondary. They should have went and got Stephon Gilmore, but I know they ain't got the bread for that. But the Saints secondary is hot garbage. Swiss cheese. Whatever you want to call it. But one thing from the trade deadline that was so funny to me. Y'all hear about the Falcons? Did y'all hear about the Falcons in the trade deadline? Did y'all hear about it? Tell me y'all heard about it. And Takk McKinley, their former 1st-round pick, defensive end out of UCLA. Did y'all hear about them? The Falcons? We're going to talk about the Falcons without talking about them blowing the lead. This is crazy. They actually have news. So everybody didn't really get what they want. I told you there's proper ways to go about doing stuff and making certain moves. Being disgruntled in the media. Liking tweets like Le'Veon Bell talking about the coach. Carlos Dunlap put his house up for sale. Stephon Gilmore put his house up for sale. Takk McKinley on a rookie deal. You don't have that same leverage. You know what I'm saying? Dan Quinn got fired. So the guy that brought you in and believed in you, they're gone. You could probably see the writing on the wall. Probably could see the writing on the wall. But Takk McKinley, he was upset. Apparently the Falcons were looking for a 4th-round draft pick for their former 1st-round pick. I don't know who's the guy pulling the strings now with Thomas Dimitroff gone in the front office. But he seems to be just as delusional as Thomas Dimitroff. He was a 4th-round pick for Takk McKinley, who's been injured, unproductive, and just flat out not that great thus far. Now, he has made some strides in 2020. He's made some strides in prior years. Has shown some flashes. He has the energy, stuff like that. But I mean, you could definitely call him a draft bust for where he was drafted in the first round from UCLA, like I said. But he wants out of Atlanta. He's pissed. He said he wants to trade multiple times. But the fact now he's pissed, he went on Twitter. Like I said, Carlos Dunlap listed his house on Twitter. Put his house for sale on Twitter. Not the best move. Sometimes going to Twitter is not the best move. It works sometimes. Sometimes you're Le'Veon Bell. Sometimes you're Carlos Dunlap where you end up getting traded. And sometimes it ends up like this because Tat McKinley did not get traded. Now he's talked all this trash about the Falcons and he has to play another 8 weeks for them. He'll be a free agent after the year, but it's going to be a little awkward, even with an interim head coach. Now check it out. Tat McKinley, this is what he tweeted, and I quote, "These at Atlanta Falcons turned down a second-round draft pick when I requested to get traded last year." He said, then the same Atlanta Falcons turned down a 5th and a 6th-round pick from multiple teams I requested to get traded to. He said, I only got 17 and a half career sacks. What are y'all expecting to get for me? Like, when I tell you I respect this man, like I told y'all why I like Cam Newton. Cam Newton runs to the beat of his own drum. He does what he wants to. But I got a lot of respect for Tat McKinley. Tat McKinley put his own numbers up there. He put himself in perspective. You know, some people are very high on themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're not very self-aware. Self-aware is a big key. If you know your strengths and you know your weaknesses, people can't really point out your flaws if you're not insecure about it. You know what I'm saying? People can't make fun of you when you know your insecurities and you point them out sometimes. You put it on the forefront, people can't really make fun of you. I'm short. I crack on myself about being short. You know what I'm saying? I get out in front of the curve. Head's a little big. I get out in front of the curve. I point that out about myself. I rag on myself sometimes just to take away the ammo people have. You got to be self-aware. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a procrastinator. I move accordingly because of that. I know I can't eat Popeyes after a certain time of night. Otherwise, I won't get much sleep at night for obvious reasons. I love the spicy chicken, but it don't love me back. I'm self-aware. I know what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Know your worth. Tat McKinley knows his worth. The Falcons don't. Clearly, they don't know his worth. They drafted him in the first round. He's not worth that. Now they're trying to recruit a 4th-round pick. He's not worth that. They turned down 5th and 6th-round pick. Even the man himself said that. They turned down a 5th and 6th-round pick. They had a chance to get a 2nd-round pick the year before, and they turned it down. He's pointing out how stupid they are. He knows their worth. He's like, bruh, I asked for a trade before. Y'all turned it down without getting a second. Now 5th and 6th come for less. The value of him goes down because he said he knew it. He said, y'all should have traded me when I was worth the 2nd-round pick. Now they won't. And now with the 5th and 6th, it's just over pride. Because if they lose him, they will get a compensatory pick. But at the same time, y'all going to put up this man for 8 more weeks when he clearly doesn't want to be there. And it's been 2 years since he hasn't wanted to be there. It's crazy. Shout out to him for being self-aware. He got 17 and a half career sacks in 4 years? He knows his value. The Falcons don't because they overdrafted him, and now they're trying to get more trade value than he's really worth. The Falcons don't know his worth. Tat McKinley knows his worth. Salute to this man. Salute to this man. You got to know yourself, man. Know yourself. Know yourself. Brendan Smith said, if a football figure ends up dying from COVID, good Lord. Good for John Elway or any other owners, coaches this season would put. Ooh, that's kind of heavy. I don't want to talk about death or wish death on anybody, but I mean, sometimes it's what it takes. A lot of these people weren't taking COVID serious until they got COVID or somebody close to them got COVID and they either struggle with it or it hit home different because maybe it didn't turn out well for them. Sometimes it's what it takes, unfortunately, man. And there's so much information and misinformation out there. People believe in stuff, not want to live in fear, not want to take it serious, that sometimes it takes that for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? Of course, this is America. Capitalism is key. The almighty dollar is key. The economy is something big that people believe in. So football had to go on for money reasons. It had to go on. But sometimes it takes something hitting real close to home for people to learn their lessons. I hope it doesn't come to that, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. Because we don't know the lasting effects of COVID yet. And I think that's one thing that people are really brushing aside. What's the long-term effects? On your chest, on your brain. You know, if you can't breathe, you can't get oxygen to your brain. So I've heard of different people having some issues where their memory is not great after having COVID. Or they still can't breathe. They're still feeling symptoms. They may test negative, but they're still feeling symptoms. And their chest struggling for them to breathe. Feels like somebody's standing on their chest in the middle of the night. We just don't know. And it may take something hitting close to home. I hope it doesn't. Because I've seen that happen as far as like in whatever everyday encounters and like employment and stuff like that. Or sometimes it takes a scare for things to get right. You know? So we'll see. But last but not least, I got to talk about my top touchdown dances. Now, I'm gonna probably do a full-fledged video next week of all my favorites. I didn't get a chance to chop everything up. There's a lot of touchdowns scored every week in the NFL, believe it or not. And not everybody celebrates. The TV channels do not always catch them, but I got them. I got a few that I want to show y'all that I love. You know what I'm saying? The first one this week, because we know it was Halloween week. You know what I'm saying? It comes from my team, my home team, the Carolina Panthers. Now, this one was Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel scored a touchdown playing running back, came up through there. Halloween week comes through. Look at him. Clap, thriller. Clap, thriller. Then they gave the shoulder shrug. An underrated move. Let's watch it one more time. Because that was a beautiful touchdown. He's a wide receiver playing running back. This is Thriller, clap, Thriller, knock, and no one gonna save you from the Boy, I love this. The timing. I gotta give him credit for the timing. You know your circumstances, know what's going on. First of all, shout out to him being probably a Gen X or maybe a millennial, but knowing Thriller, respecting the greatest performer, Michael Jackson. Got to give him that, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to the GOAT. But then the dance moves. Did you see that? Let's watch it one more time. Did you see that? Did you see the dance moves? Watch the technique. Split, clap, slide, clap, shoulder. And shout out to the teammates. For giving my boy room to spin. You know what I'm saying? To do his dance. Shout out to them. I gotta respect it. The Thriller on the Halloween week. I get his man a 10 out of 10. I gotta give the touchdown dance a 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? But I can't be biased because another guy that I saw, you probably saw it, from the Indianapolis Colts, Nyheim Hines. He had 2 touchdowns. This is one of them. He caught it. Beautiful catch. Good speed. Ran through the dive. But watch. Ooh. The flip was beautiful. The execution. Let's watch it one more time because the touchdown was beautiful too. Turned on the Jets. Avoided a tackle. He had it ready. Look at it. Hands down. Back handspring. Turn. Stick the landing. Clean. Hold on now. Hold on. Bruh. Look at this. Stuck the landing. It don't get much better than that, man. Like, I maybe I like this so much because I wish I could do flips. Not to mention he has a pads on. He has helmet, shoulder pads, pants, cleats on turf. This man did it again in another clip. I got to give him kudos for the flip. The execution was flawless. Even Simone Biles gave him his props on Twitter for the execution and sticking the dismount. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'll probably give some more next week. My favorite ones. I only had two today that I really stuck out. The Thriller was 5. 10 out of 10. Nyheim Hines, I got to get the execution of 10. He stuck the landing. Got to give the idea a 10. And I got to give the boldness to do it because it takes a lot of guts to twist. He did a backflip and twisted at the same time and stuck the landing. Simone Biles gave him props. Who am I to hate on him if a professional gold medal, the most successful gymnast in American history, probably world history, probably, I'm guessing, the most accomplished, gave him kudos. Who am I to not give him his 10 out of 10 for sticking that landing, man? But that's a good way to stick the landing in this show because I'm probably going to go and get in front of a TV. There's an election going on if you guys weren't paying attention to, so I'm going to go look at this. I know everybody been kind of nerve-wracking about it and anxious about it, so I'm probably going to go check it out. Get some more Sprite. Like I said, this episode is brought to you by Wingstop. Rick Ross, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? I got these braces and I still got chicken in my teeth. I've been having hints of Parmesan and Louisiana rub in my teeth all episodes. So good way to remember that. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I'm about to get ready to sign off in this. I'm about to sign off. I got to get up out of here, man. Trill 1, I be feeling bad, man, because y'all be coming in so late. What up, though? Because I'm about to be out. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I got the merch on today. The pack just came in the mail. It looked real. It actually came out pretty good, if I do say so myself. The merch came out pretty good. Get a little shot of that. The merch came out pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Clean. The other large I bought, I think I bought a women's large on accident. You don't want to see me in it. You don't want to see me in it. Women's large, like the collar is a little bit lower. You know what I'm saying? Showing my clavicles and whatnot. It don't show cleavage. It show clavicles. You know what I'm saying? It's a large, but it's like baby gap large. And it's so tight on my chest area that the logo is bunched up like this. It's not a pretty sight. I just painted a picture, but it's not a pretty sight. But I'm going to go ahead and sign out, man. I appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all. I'll see y'all. I'll probably drop another video. Maybe we'll see before Sunday. But he said, it seemed like all the Panthers YouTubers stream at the same time. Listen, if you want the best, you know who to come to. Now, I ain't going to throw no shade. Maybe I'll collab with one of them one day. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it go. Maybe we'll collab. We should. I don't know. We'll see what the turnout is, but I don't know. Nobody's ever reached out to me. I haven't reached out to anybody else. There's a lot of YouTubers on here. Maybe I'll reach out. We'll see. Who knows? Kyrie said he need the merch, boss. Listen, merch on the way. I make sure to do something for Black Friday. Y'all gonna get some? If I try to put some shirts out for Black Friday or the holidays, y'all gonna get some for you and your lady or your man. Andy Clark, my bad. If that's the case, I may drop some merch for the Black Friday. Who knows? DK said I need to get with Big Cat. Maybe I'll hit him up, man. Go hop in his comments. Tell him go comment on one of his videos. Tell him he need to hit me up. Tell Big Cat to hit me up, man. Tell him to hit me up. Let's work. Let's work. And Clark said laughing at the women's jersey. Listen, it wasn't a pretty sight. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's one thing I'm gonna do on this channel. I'm gonna keep it real. It wasn't a pretty sight. But anyway, man, I love y'all people, man. Love y'all. See y'all Sunday at worst. May drop another video before Sunday. Talking about the Chiefs game. We'll see. But I'll see y'all Sunday. See you next time. Peace. Oh, Trill 1 said, hold on. Trill 1 said it was a big collaboration. I think I saw that. I saw them on Twitter talking about that. I'm not very active on Twitter, so maybe that's why I got left out. I was a little jaded, I'm not gonna lie. But it is what it is. I appreciate you putting in that word because you know what I'm saying? YouTube is a very crazy algorithm. Like they don't always show everybody love. So I don't always I don't always get the same amount of love as everybody else, other Panthers YouTubers. I don't know why. I know I did take some time off, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I bring to the table as far as these content. So I keep churning and doing what I do. I do it for the love. I do it for the love. I do it for y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. So we're gonna keep this thing moving. We're gonna keep. I may put a collab together. Y'all make sure y'all can give the video a thumbs up if y'all have not before y'all leave, because I need that. But I appreciate that love, man. I'm out. Peace.